Hey, y'all. Well, it was a hell of a weekend for Derby preps for sure, and it seemed like we saw the carbon copy of the same race at Santa Anita and at Gulfstream. I don't know about you guys, but small field, horse on the lead, run down by a horse coming off a layoff from off the pace. So it was rather interesting from that perspective. So we'll take a look here at the San Felipe, and you see that Berlin Wall's scratched out. So we've got I think we know who the players are, but Bob Baffert still had Barnes and Rodriguez as well as Mellencamp, and journalism for Mike McCarthy, and then we had Smooth Cruisin', who was, kind of a non-factor in here as we sort of suspected. So let's take a look at the race.
They're in the gate.
You see, Barnes was stumbled a little bit out of the gate, and journalism broke well. And honestly, once I saw journalism break that well, I said, I think we're in trouble. Those of us who tried to beat him. But Barnes, I think this was the right move for him. Don't get cute. Don't try to do anything. Just try to take him all the way. And I didn't think Barnes. I think he ran on the lead very well. You see Rodriguez giving him some pressure and Smooth Cruisin' trying to do something, but to no avail. See journalism nice and comfortable back there. Kickback doesn't bother him.
Smooth cruising. At the rail, journalism is 3 lengths.
Nice ground saving trip. Barnes doing all the work on the front end. Fractions I thought were a tad slow for Santa Anita, but reasonable, we'll call.
Stablemate Rodriguez trying to make it interesting in second, and journalism 4 off the pace in third. They're followed by Smooth Cruisin' and Mellencamp.
No excuses for anybody at this point. You see, I really didn't expect this, boy, but boy, was this impressive. Look at journalism. Big stride. And we did wonder about Barnes around 2 turns, but hey, I didn't think he ran a bad race. He just got run down by a better horse. That's really what it came down to. And you do see a little bit of an egg beater gate there with journalism, which is or Barnes rather, which is kind of interesting. It almost looked like he changed leads in the stretch and switched back to his left. But I think journalism was more the story than Barnes. I'm ready to give up on him completely, but.
He's a serious horse.
Yeah, pretty impressive efforts for sure. So let's grade it out.
Journalism ran him down.
Okay, so grading out a 5-horse race. I mean, it's not the same as some of our bigger fields we've seen over at the fairgrounds or at Oaklawn, but I think we learned some things for sure. We'll just go through them. Mellencamp gets an F. He never should have been in the race. That was to fill out the field and have 6. He hadn't even broken his maiden yet. Never factored in the race. That's an obvious F. Journalism, without a doubt, gets an A. I thought it was just an excellent effort, particularly coming off the bench, where we had some concerns that maybe he wouldn't be tuned up all the way. Well, I'll tell you, if he wasn't tuned up all the way, this is a serious Derby contender, and he is as advertised without a doubt. And I've liked all his races so far. Barnes is no slouch, and he put him away pretty easily, and so it definitely gets an A performance. And I just can't wait to see this horse run again. He is definitely one of the top 2 Derby contenders without a doubt right now. Barnes, I'm going to give a B+ because I thought he got the trip he should have. He saved ground. He was on the lead. That's what a good horse should do. And he just got run down by a better horse. That's really all it was. I don't know that we can knock Barnes terribly much. We do perhaps have some questions about him distance-wise now. That we had a little bit of reservation about that. And I think maybe we do now because, no excuses, had everything his own way, and, but for journalism's effort, he wins the race handily. Granted, small field, but let's not give up on him completely yet. But certainly, his stock has diminished considerably after that. I think without a doubt. Rodriguez, I really expected more from him, and he was a very big disappointment to me. In terms of just the overall race, I mean, he finished third in a 5-horse field. Without, he looked like at the top of the turn, he had every chance to do something, and he didn't do it. And he just kind of flattened out. And I think maybe we've got perhaps more distance questions about Rodriguez now than we do Barnes. And so I give a C minus to it because it was it was okay, and that was the extent of it. That's the best I can do with that. But it really was more mediocre given what this horse has shown us so far in his career. So to me, he actually took a step back, not a step forward. Smooth Cruising, another one, didn't belong in the race, gets an F. Berlin Wall, an incomplete. So, I mean, and incidentally, we're not going to do a review of the Gotham. I don't see anything in that race that merits Derby consideration, so I'm not going to bother with it, especially since it's around one turn. But, really, I mean, journalism certainly came back with a flourish. He did better than expected coming off the bench. He's continuing to progress. So, if I'm looking for horses that I want for the Derby out of this race, journalism and Barnes is maybe to hit the to get the exotics, but that's the extent of it. He would really need some help here, and I've had some sneaky suspicions about this one all along. I just have. I don't know. Just the way he runs, and I think that was kind of confirmed. I'll give him another shot, but he's going to have to really improve mightily if he wants to beat journalism out west on the way to the Derby. So that's it. We'll have this on our Kentucky Derby 20 to 25 playlist for you to take a look at as we get closer to the race, and you want to start the Derby closer to the Derby. You want to start looking over race replays. We'll have it there for you. If you do like content like this, of course, please like and subscribe. We're going to cover the Fountain of Youth, and we'll have our Derby top 10 list, and we'll have that all. This is Sunday. We'll have that all for you. And, of course, the Tampa Derby is coming up this weekend, and the debut of Chancer McPatrick, another one I'm very interested to see how he does around 2 turns. So that's it from here. Talk to you soon, and until then, be well.